In this topic, I will be showing you how to process lists in Prolog and how to understand how lists work in Prolog. So, mm, just a short review. So, as we all know, a list is used to store a collection of similar data items. So, for example, here we have a list with 5 items. The items are Alice, Bob, Carol, Dan, and Erin. So lists are accessed from left to right in order. So just a reminder, a list is not the same with an array in the case of Prolog. Uh, because in Prolog, you cannot access list items by an index. Like if if we're doing an array, it would usually be accessed by arrays of 0, arrays of 1, arrays of 2, arrays of 3. Right, right. So in Prolog, the lists do not work that way. I will show to you the next time. Ah, okay. So again, we have our list which has 5 items: Alice, Bob, Carol, and Dan. So basic terminology: the first item in the list is called the head. Meanwhile, the other items or the items left are called the tail. So here we have the tail as Bob, Carol, Dan, and Erin. Okay. So again, the head is the first item in the array, and then tail is whatever is left in the list that is not the head. Okay, so for example, in Prolog, we want to return true if all is male in the list. Okay, so we have um, defined our predicates, I mean our facts. We have defined Alice as female. We have defined Bob as male. We have defined Carol as female, Dan as male, and Erin as male. Okay, next we will try to create a rule which checks if an input list is composed of all male. Okay, so um, one way we can do that in Prolog is actually by breaking up the list as head and tail. So we break this input list into a head and a tail, just like that. Now we have our head and tail. And then we check if the head is male. Okay, we check if the head is male. Then we also check if the tail are all male. Okay, just like that. So again, we break the input list as head and tail, and then we check if the head is male. And after that, we check if the remaining items in the list are also male. So, okay, uh, an example. Let's start the query if Bob, Dan, and Erin are all male using the rules that we have defined earlier. Okay. So by querying all male with the said arguments, Bob, Dan, and Erin will be passed on to the all male rule. Okay. And then they will be broken up just like this. So as you can notice, Bob is just a single item. Meanwhile, the tail, okay, I mean the head, the head is just a single item. Meanwhile, the tail um, is a list. Okay, just like this. It's composed of Dan and Erin. Okay. After that, seconds. Okay. After that, magsugod ng process ang atong program. So of course, si ang head kay dito siya masulod sa male na clause. Okay? Like si Bob, it will check if si Bob kay male. Then ang tail na to, dito masulod sa all male na rule. Si Dan and Aaron. After that, i-process na pod itong all male, Dan, Aaron. Like this. Okay. A-process siya. And then mabuak. Ma-separate si Dan and Aaron as head and tail. As you can see here, Dan will be passed on to the male na rule. It will check if Dan is male, and then next it would check if the list or the tail is all male. In this case, isa lang ang item sa atong tail, which is just Erin. After that, all male will check again Erin. Okay, as you can see here, we again have a head and tail. But also may mahitabo ani, isa raman natong item. What will happen to the tail? So actually, ang hitabo, ang tail will be empty. Will be an empty list. Meanwhile, ang head would be composed of Erin. So now we would check if the head is male, which is true. Erin is male. Then we would check if the tail is all male. However, the problem is wala tay rule nga ang empty list kay all male siya. Okay, so this would return false. So we can fix this by creating a base case. Okay, so napatoy ko lang itong program kaganina. We can update our program to fix the issue. Okay, okay. So our base case should process only one item, or yeah, one item in the list. Let's just try to think ang atong base case kay what if one item na lang ang nabili sa atong list. Okay, what if one item na lang nabili sa atong list? In that case, we would define our base case kanigapon as all male. Okay, all male. However, head lang ang iyang sulod. Wala siya tail. Dili na ta mag-define sa tail. And then, we just check if male ang head. Okay, so this would act as our base case. So, if we visualize it, again, so mo ni siya, si Bob, Dan, and Aaron, ma-pass siya, this is all male, and then mag-break up as head and tail. Si Bob, we will check if it is male. And then we would check if Dan and Aaron are all male. Next, Dan and Aaron would be broken up as head and tail. And then we would check um, if Dan is male. Then we would check if the tail is all male, which in this case is just composed of Aaron. Okay? After that, ma-use na to or magamit na to ang atong gi-define, bago nga gi-define nga rule, which is just all male head. Okay? So, ang mahitaboan ni si Erin, musulod siya dito sa all male nga rule nga head lang ang input. Okay? In this case, we can check if Erin is male, which would return true. Therefore, true ni, true, true, true. Diba? Since true man eh, ma-true ni siya. Okay? Since true ni nga line, ma-true would ni. Therefore, this is true. Therefore, napod, ang query na tang all male Bob Dan Erin would become true. Okay. So, mo lang na siya. Let me check. I think I have an example. Okay, so here's basically the same. Code na kung gimmick ko ganina. We can try to query it all mail ba si Bob then Aaron should return true. Okay, it's true. What if let's try to add a female? All male ba Bob, Carol, and Aaron? Okay, it's false. Hmm, what if isa lang katao? Okay, it's true. All male maski si Bobber. Let's try Alice and Carol lang. Carol. So this should return false. Okay, that's false. So that's just how you process lists in Prolog. So again, you break up um, you break up the list as head and tail, and then you check if ang head kay ga-follow sa imong rule, whatever you're checking it against, and then ang tail, you check it again with the same predicate until you reach the base case. So it's important nga you create the base case for uh, processing lists because basically this is just recursion.